So currently we're on the OCG V-Jump site, and we have a new thing right here, which is their new Forbidden and Limited, or the Limit Regulation List that's going to be applied on October 1st. So let's take a look at it. Right off the bat, newly banned cards, Wandering Griffin Rider and Union Carrier. So, looks like they actually hit Wandering Griffin Rider because that is one of the main problems of the engine of being a free body and a free negate. Being able to summon out a free body to use for anything is actually very powerful, and if you have an adventure token, a free negate doesn't hurt at all either. So, kind of glad that they banned this card, but also they finally banned Union Carrier. About time. Thank you for joining us a year later, OCG. But we saw the power of Union Carrier for us being able to equip the Dragon Buster from deck. And let's see what else. Okay, that's all the banned cards. Let's see the limited stuff. Swamp Frog and Agito. The brand new Agito. So I'm trying to remember the name of it. Swap Frog is a very good hit for stuff like this because it's just one of those things that you can't really say we can't hit this because it's a non-hard once per turn. Foolish Burial for an engine. And Agito is just mill 5. Now, this Agito is from the Duelist pack, so we're not going to be getting it. It is Agito the Century. If this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then it summons a Earth Fairy from your graveyard, except another copy of itself. If this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can send the top 5 cards of each player's deck to the graveyard. Then if Exchange's Spirit is in your graveyard, you could send the top 5 cards of either player's deck to the graveyard. So essentially this card is a mill 10 if you can. And let's see. They hit Keldido and Sprite blue to 1. Keldido the Possessed Statue is another quick effect. You can banish this card from your field or graveyard, then target up to 5 cards in any graveyard, shuffle them into the deck. And if Exchange's Spirit is not on your field or in your graveyard to activation, you can only target up to 3. So this is a DD Crow for 3 to 5, which is very powerful. And it also gets your Agito back to hand if you need it. Sprite Blue is an interesting hit. Cutting off access to extra copies of Starter and Smasher and Double Cross, pretty good. Herald of the Orange Light and Yatagarasu. Herald of the Orange Light, ooh. Hitting that to 1. They are gutting Ishizu Terrament. Wow, that is crazy. And then you have Yatagarasu. Yada at 1 hasn't done anything for us so far, so it's probably gonna go to 3. Criminal Planet and Sprite. Whoa. What? They're just murdering Tearlament out here. And Sprite starters. So Sprites, and so far it is 4 to 3 on the hits, 4 tier hits, and 4 Sprite hits. Jeez. Starters is such a powerful card. It is an E-Telly, so I understand that. Flundry's Map and Time Seal. They hit map from 2 to 1. They don't like their Flundries at all. And Time Seal, so 2 of their cards that went to 2 of the cards that went to 1 for us are now at 1 for the OCG. That's pretty good. And let's see the semi-limits. ABC Buster Dragon and Double Iris. That's actually massive. I believe Double Iris was at 1 for the OCG. Because they have so many of their pendulum stuff at 1. Yes, it's going to 2. That's very big for them. We have Water Enchantress, Tier Limit Havanas. Water Enchantress is understandable because Griffin Rider just went to 0, so they don't have that negate, but putting it to 2 is actually another good semi-limit. Havanas to 2. So they hit the one that activates in hand when your opponent activates. Sure. D-Shifter and Tornscales. Tornscales was at 1, now it's going to 2. D-Shifter's now going to 2. That's actually very big because this is D-Shifter just played in everything. Tornscale, it could come back to 3 now. Lightning Storm to 2. I mean, it's a blowout card. Were they even why? I guess it's a sprite hit, but that's kind of iffy there. And cards going to 3. Allied Justice Birdman, they have all the dangers at 3 as well. Birdman could just come straight off for the TCG as well. Spiral Resort and Widow Anchor. I predicted Widow Anchor was going to be moving for them because the new Sky Striker stuff that they're going to be getting in Selection 5. Spiral Resort to 3, they almost have full power. That's kind of huge with 3 Resort now in the OCG. Anything else? Magical Meltdown's going to 3. Cool. So all these are semi-limits going to 3. Because if we look at their last Forbidden Unlimited list of what cards they put that are on the semi-section, yeah, they moved Jackalope, Birdman. They also moved Meltdown and Widow Anchor, so that makes it a little less. But this list is big and amazing. Wow. How is Tier Limit going to function, and how's Sprite gonna play now? This is very big. This list is something else. The only thing that I don't like that the OCG is doing is hitting Flunderies, but I understand why they did it. I definitely understand why they did it. Because it's a super powerful card that gets you an additional normal summon on your opponent's turn. Overall, this is a huge list. I'm going to have a lot of things to do now. I'm going to ask my friends, hey, want to do OCG format? It's definitely way better than ours. Because if you look, Sprite suffered total 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, while Tier suffered the most at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. That's going to be awkward playing Tier Limit now with a lot of these limited cards. But I want to know what you guys think about the OCG list. I honestly like it. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video. Sorry if content hasn't been there. But there really hasn't been anything to do. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video. And goodbye.